Good morning, student. My name is Dr. Jaykumar Jain, Associate Professor, Department of Information Technology, Sagar Institute of Research and Technology, Bhopal, the SAGE Group. So, today we will understand the knowledge representation in artificial intelligence of Unit 2. So, we will see what is the knowledge representation in this lecture. So these are the basically outlines of today's lecture, which will be covered in uh, today's session. Introduction of knowledge representation, framework of knowledge representation, problems in representing knowledge, knowledge representation techniques, knowledge representation using propositional logic, and after that we will see the what we have learned in this particular lecture. So we will conclude the all things in the end of the lecture. So what is the knowledge representation? What is the knowledge representation in artificial intelligence? In order to solve complex problems encountered in artificial intelligence, one needs both a large amount of knowledge and some mechanism for manipulating that knowledge to create solution. So we can say that when we require the solve complex problem in artificial intelligence or solving the any problem in artificial intelligence, we have to represent the knowledge. Suppose what if we want to perform some task by using the any machine, then there is required to learn first of all some knowledge regarding the task of uh, for this that particular machine. So this is the basically a kind of knowledge representation. What kind of knowledge contains this particular problem or this particular task, and how this like uh, uh, like uh, problem will be solved. So there are some concepts or some solutions or some facts regarding the particular problem. So these facts will be represented in a very proper and strategic way. So that is basically called the knowledge representation. Knowledge and representation are two distinct entities. They play central but distinguishable roles in intelligence system. Knowledge and representation. Knowledge means information, a data. It can be data, it can be information, intelligent information. Or representation means there are some set of techniques for representing the that particular knowledge, some data structure, some structure, some algorithms, or some techniques for presenting the this particular knowledge. So this is the knowledge and representation. There are two distinct entities. Knowledge is a description of the world. It determines a system's competence by what it knows. Knowledge is a description of the world. Description of the world means it can be a description about anything, any object, like school, like college, like student, like animal, like anything, living or non-living things. Regarding the any things, we have a knowledge. So that is basically the description of the world. Representation, representation is the way knowledge is encoded. It defines a system's performance in doing something. So these are the basically two terms, knowledge and representation, in this particular lecture. Introduction of knowledge representation continue now. There are two different kinds of entities we are dealing with: facts and representation. Facts means truth in some relevant world, things we want to represent. Representation of facts in some chosen formalism, things we will actually be able to manipulate. These entities are structured at two levels: the knowledge level, at which facts are described; the symbol level, at which representation of objects are defined in terms of symbols that can be manipulated by programs. So we can see here the basically mapping between the facts and representation. Facts, suppose we have some facts, some knowledge regarding the any problem or anything. So initially we start the initial with initial facts, then uh, we will do the representation. We will uh, we will then initial facts. First of all, we represent the our knowledge regarding the problem. So here we will represent the knowledge. After that, we apply some reasoning for solving this problem. So we apply the reasoning. After that, that knowledge will be converted in the English representation by English generations, and English generation representation for the suppose converted in the English understanding. Then English understanding again it represents the solution in the internal representation, and it sent to the initial facts from where our problem started. It revert to the that particular person. So initially start from the facts, and finally we receive the facts or solved facts. So this is the basically mapping between facts and representation. Now, this is the framework of knowledge representation. Computer require a well-defined problem description to process and provide well-defined acceptable solution. To collect fragments of knowledge, we need first to formulate a description in our spoken language and then represent it in formal language so that computer can understand. The computer can then use an algorithm to compute an answer. This process is illustrated as knowledge representation framework. Suppose we have a problem, then our problem will be we want solution, right? We want the solution of this particular problem. So problem solved, then we will get the solution. So when suppose some machine or some system are going to the solving this particular problem, so problem represent in the representation. Then representation compute compute the problem. Then after computing, it will generate the output. After generating the output, it will send to the user what who required for the solution. So it will output will send to the solution, and it can be interpret or it can be informal or formal. So this part basically is called the informal, this part called the formal. So this is the basically framework of knowledge representation. Framework of knowledge representation, there are some steps. The steps are the information formalism of the problem takes place first. It is then represented formally, and the computer produces an output. This output can then be represented is an informally described solution that user understands or checks of consistency. The problem solving require formal representation and conversion of informal knowledge to formal knowledge. That is a conversion of implicit knowledge to explicit knowledge. Mapping between facts and representation. This is the basically mapping here initial facts, and this is the final fact. Initial fact, forward representation mapping, internal representation of initial facts operated by program, internal representation of facts of final facts, then backward representation of mapping, then finally we receive the final facts. So ultimately we want the solution. Ultimately we want the solution for the problem. So we start from the initially, and finally we receive the final facts. Knowledge representation techniques. These are the basically techniques of knowledge representation. Knowledge representation. Different types of knowledge require different kinds of representation. The knowledge representation models mechanism are often based on the logical representation, production rules, frames, semantic net, and script. Basically, so these are the five techniques of knowledge representation. First of all, we see logic representation. What is logic representation? What is a logic? Lay down some concrete communication rules in order to give information to agent and get info without rush in communication, or at least fewer. Think of a logic as a language. Logic representation means we have a true or false. We have a suppose we have a tube light. Now tube light can be switch on or switch off. Now suppose there are only two conditions for the particular tube light or bulb. It can be switch on, it can be switch off. So it can be true or it can be false. So this is basically called the logical representation or logic representation. Think of a logic as a language. Many ways to translate from one language to another. Expressiveness. How much of neural natural language, example English, we are able to translate into the logic language. Not to be confused with logical reasoning. Sherlock Holmes used pure logic to solve that. This is a process, not a language. There are two categories of logic representation. So basically, you can understand the logic representation as a way where we work on the true or false. It can be true or it can be false. There is nothing another way for the representing the things or statements. So for logical representation, basically there are two types of logical representation: propositional logic and predicate logic. In propositional logic, it's the simplest form of logic where all the statements are made by the propositions. A proposition is a declarative statement which is either true or false. It is a technique of knowledge representation in logical and mathematical form. It is a Sunday. The sun rises from west. False proposition. 3 plus 3, 7. False proposition. 5 is a prime number. So these are the some facts which is saying that this is the true or this is the false. Following are the basic facts about the proposition. Propositional logic is also called Boolean logic as it works on 0 and 1. In propositional logic, we use symbolic variable to represent the logic, and we can use any symbol for representing a proposition such as A, B, C, P, Q, R, etc. Proposition can be either true or false, but it cannot be both. Proposition logic consists of an object, relation, or function, and logical connectives. These connectives are also called logical operators. The propositions and connectives are the basic elements of the proposition logic. Connectives can be set as a logical operator which connects two statements. Suppose if suppose we can say that it's raining and the road will wait. The road will wait. So we can say that if it is raining, then the road will be wait. So we are connecting the both the sentences by and operator So this is the basically connectives. A proposition formula which is always true is called tautology, and it is also called a belt sentence. A proposition formula which is always false is called contradiction. A proposition formula which has both true and false is called statements which are question, commands, or opinions are not propositions such as where is Rosni? How are you? What is your name? Are not propositions. Logical connectives. Logical connectives are used to connect two simpler proposition or representing a sentence logically. We can create compound proposition with the help of logical connectives. There are mainly five connectives which are given as follows: negation, conjunction, disjunction, implication, and biconditional. So these are the basically logical connectives. Following is the summarized table for proposition logic connectives. Connective symbol and or implies if and only if, and not. So these are the representation of propositional logic connectives. This is the truth table with three proposition. Three proposition what? P, Q, R. Then by using these proposition, we are finding first negation R, then P or Q. After that, P or Q implies negation R. This is the value against the this particular propositions. Thank you so much, dear student. Today we have understand about the knowledge representation. Knowledge representation is a way of representing the knowledge in artificial intelligence. It is the basically way to represent the information or the facts or whatever we want to learn to the system. So these things need to be understand or represent in the knowledge representation in knowledge representation by using the knowledge representation techniques. We have seen today there are 5 techniques for the knowledge representation: proposition, logic, rules, script, semantic net, and frame. So these are the 5 techniques for representing the knowledge representation. Today we have seen the logical representation, in which there are 2 types of logical representation: proposition logic representation and logic, first order predicate logic. So today we have understand proposition logic. In this part, we have seen a proposition logic representation in this particular lecture.